After a certain point, your company might become too large for you to enjoyably manage. When you reach that point, you have two options. You can try the districting system, or you can enable auto-production. This tutorial deals with auto-production. To enable auto-production, open the auto commands from the Mega Menu window. The Mega Menu is accessible from the computer on the office desk, or by clicking the button at the top. And you can find the auto commands here. To enable auto-production, select this checkbox. With this checkbox selected, the AI will manage production for you. When you enable auto-production, it overrides your shipping distance settings with global settings. See the auto-production shipping restrictions video tutorial for shipping distance options, while you have the auto-production system enabled. So how does auto-production work? Unlike when you manage production, AI production adjustments happen after the game calculates demand. The auto-production system first determines if it needs to adjust any production lines for component contracts. It then orders your vehicles. The system will queue any models you have active contracts for first. The remaining models are in order of the database optimizer. Typically, this is in creation order, oldest design to newest design. Next, the game goes through the list of vehicles. If you have regional restrictions enabled, the auto-production system will break demand down by region and calculate the production lines per region. Otherwise, it processes demand globally for each vehicle model in the list's order. When it comes to factory selection, the system will choose factories that already have the model in production. Then it will add factories that don't have the model in production to the list. In cases where the game needs to increase production, it will select factories in order of open factory lines. And when it needs to decrease production, it goes in the order of the factories with the most lines used for the model. The system will determine if it needs to increase production lines or remove them, and what amount of production speed slider it should use. When adjusting the production speed slider, if the slider goes above 80%, the auto-production system will use another production line. Likewise, if the production speed slider falls below 40%, it will decrease production lines. The goal of the auto-production system is to fill all of your demand without inventories and to maintain positive or near positive quality rating growth. The auto-production system does not concern itself with shipping distances, but you can enable shipping restrictions to help improve your shipping expenses. Since the auto-production system tries to use existing production lines, the auto-production system can become suboptimal. It is a good idea to clear out production lines occasionally and have the auto-production system recalculate everything from scratch. The game does this automatically when you win contracts. It is wise to do it yourself anytime you've added several new branches or factories, especially if you have regional restrictions enabled. You can clear production lines with the Idle Factories Auto Commands tool, located in the Mega Menu. Ending the turn will force the auto-production system to recalculate all the production lines at your company. In summation, the auto-production system is a great way to reduce the workload in your game. If you have many factories, many models, or both, you can reduce the amount of micromanagement considerably. It won't be as optimal as micromanaging everything yourself, but it could give you much more enjoyment after a certain point.